Ok, estamos ao vivo aqui, pessoal. Boa tarde. Mais um dia aqui de comemoração pra gente aqui no canal. Estamos hoje participando da principal liga mundial, aí a nível mundial, que reúne todos os simuladores, que é a European ESports League. Essa liga, ela já existe, se não me engano, está na terceira temporada. Para vocês terem uma ideia do nível de importância, ela distribui uma bolsa de premiação de $50 mil entre as 12 equipes que são escolhidas a dedo pela VCO, que é a empresa promotora dessa categoria. A VCO é reconhecida aí bastante pelos seus eventos no iRacing e em outros simuladores também. É a principal agência de esportes de esportes motorizados, né, dos Motorsports, que já existe aí fazendo grandes eventos, né, nesse setor há mais de 15 anos. Então ela começou bem no início mesmo do Sim Race, quando o Sim Race ainda era uma coisa extremamente nichada. Hoje já está deixando de ser. E eu fico bem lisonjeado de ter recebido esse convite da minha equipe, a Buttler-Pal Motorsports. Primeiramente, da minha equipe estar dentro das 12 selecionadas, e de eu ter sido um dos selecionados da minha equipe para estar defendendo as cores da Buttler-Pal. Vocês vão ver aqui, poder ver no carro. Eu coloquei aqui, se vocês quiserem acompanhar também a stream oficial do evento com os comentários em espanhol e inglês. O link está na descrição aqui do vídeo, só clicar lá que vocês vão acompanhar a transmissão bastante profissional. E aqui nós vamos mostrar um pouco dos bastidores. Tem mais 15 minutos só de treino, então eu vou entrar lá para dar umas voltas, senão a gente acaba ficando para trás aí. E o formato das corridas são de baterias classificatórias. São primeiro 3 baterias classificatórias. Eu participo da terceira, então devo entrar na pista em torno das 2h25. A primeira bateria começa às 2h. São corridas de 10 minutos bem curtas e classificam para as quartas de finais, depois para as semifinais e aí para as finais, como se fosse uma chave, cabeça de chave, igual o campeonato de tênis, que você vai eliminando, igual a Copa do Mundo de futebol, mais ou menos. O que eles querem fazer dessa categoria aqui é como se fosse a Copa do Mundo do automobilismo virtual. Então estamos representando aqui, além de estar representando o meu nome, estou representando o nome do Brasil aqui também. E tem mais outros 2 pilotos brasileiros, se não me engano, que estão participando de outra equipe. O Brasil com certeza está bem representado, começando a ficar bem representado no automobilismo virtual, assim como ele sempre foi e continua sendo no automobilismo real. Vamos para a pista aqui. Esse aqui é o nosso carro. What lap times fastest are doing? Okay, I'm back now. What lap?
I've just the game's just crashed on me.
Oh, maybe it's good. It's good to to do the files verification on Steam.
I don't know. I tried to reset to the pits, and then it just so it just said I pressed.
Oh yes, that's very important on this game. Every time you're gonna press ESC to go to the pits, stop the car and wait like 2-3 seconds to press the ESC. After the car is stopped.
Right, okay. Yeah, no, I'm still rolling a little bit. So.
Yes. Let's see if I can repeat the time of last night. It would be not bad. 31.4. Oh man, this guy's fine speeds somewhere. That's for 6 laps, I think, no? No, sorry. It should be 8 or 9 laps. Let's calculate this. Mano, olha quem tá no servidor aqui comigo.
Air and track temperatures are rising. Air temperature is now 22. The track temperature is now 22 Celsius.
Okay. Come on. Yeah, I think it's this 25 liters they are default. Oh, now they put the brake pressure to 100, but 90 is better. And did you put soft tires, correct?
Yeah, I've been putting soft tyres, changing the brake balance,
Yeah.
changing the brake pressure, and then that's it. Oh, and the fuel.
If they could let at least touch on the wings, it would be a lot better. With a little bit more wing. It's not normal, I think, in real life this car has tremendous oversteer like this.
Yeah, I can't imagine it. I think it is the setup that's doing that.
But now for these fast laps, these guys are going with 6 liters, 7 liters. You know?
Oh, are they? Right, okay, I've been running with like 15.
Yes, you can go, let's see here. Yes, 9 liters for 4 laps is enough. Because the tire only lasts for 2 fast laps.
Take care, there's a car approaching. Disengage limiter. We need to get some heat into these brakes. Incident in Sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. Okay, Pedro, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. We think that has binned it. Yellow flag in Sector 1. Sector 1 is green.
And another
Sector 3 is yellow.
important thing is
Sector 3
the
is now
open
clear.
the lap that you are opening the lap. Btcc
Blue flag.
go very easy on tires.
Clear left.
Does it take a lot out of them, does it?
Yes. Try to open the lap with 99 or 98% at least.
Green flag, Sector
Ah, this
3.
is you in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having trouble with this, like, getting through it quickly but cleanly. Without cutting. It's pretty tricky. I feel like I'm okay into here.
Sector 1 is yellow.
Now the first lap you're gonna open. Go very here.
Wide here.
Blue flag. B40. On time is good.
What gear are you using for the first corner?
Third.
Watch the track limits. Please,
Third,
Pedro.
yeah.
Sector
Yeah, I
3
was
is clear.
finding
Green
him
flag.
bogging down too much at fourth.
All right. Clear right.
Sector 3 is now yellow. Yellow flag. Sector 3 is green.
And that
Green flag,
super
sector
fast
2.
diving to the right, fourth, not fifth.
Green flag.
On your right. Clear right. On your left.
He
Clear
just
left.
dive bombed you.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, I was gutted anyway.
Yellow flag, sector 3. There's a car exiting the pits. Incident in sector 2, yellow flag, P39. Incident in sector 1, yellow flag, green flag in sector 2. Green flag in sector 1, we think, has gone off. Your brake temperatures look good. You're a 10th off in sector 1. Yellow flag, sector 2. Green flag, sector 2.
Even out there, it's cutting you, isn't it, as well, when you extend?
Alright, Pedro, 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
Yes,
5
on
minutes.
that fast one.
You're locking your right rear.
Take care.
I can already see a lot of crashes.
Sector 2's a second off the pace. Yellow flag in sector 1. Sector 1 is now green. It looks like has gone off. Incident in sector 1, yellow flag. B30, sector 3 is 1.1, off the pace. That's the end of the session, B29.
End of the session.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it'll be driver's briefing in a minute. 4 minutes and it's driver's briefing.
Okay. And then it's quali.
Yeah, I'll get the time for quali and who's in what split, what like server, because I think there is numerous servers. I think. Dive bomb me. Mitchy Hoyer has just dive bombed me in a practice session.
Wow.
And because of that, I didn't improve. I was on for, I think, a low 33, but like, there's more in it. I just keep cutting the track. Keep extending, and I'm trying to find where the limits are a little bit.
I'm 1 second from my yesterday's time. There is another Brazilian here in P3. He's never faster than me.
He's a Brazilian, is he? Lucas, is he?
Lucas, yes, Brazilian too. He's very good, but never so fast than me like this.
I don't know where Stefan is.
Okay, we should go to the briefing now.
Yeah. Oh, this is a quali session. Qualifying 1. This is. Let me get the. So where is the briefing? I think it's in Discord. Yeah, it's in
So
Discord.
the briefing is after. We should quali now.
No, it isn't started yet. Let me get the.
No, there are the other drivers leaving the server.
Yeah. Let me grab the thingy.
I think it's.
Yeah,
Yes,
so the
everyone
quali
is leaving
sessions
the server.
are at 5 to till 2 minutes past. So 5 to the hour, so 25 minutes from now. Briefing is apparently that long, but I don't think it is.
But briefing is not started yet.
Not quite yet. I'm just finding where. I think it's in the. If you go into the VCO Discord, you should see one called Briefing Room.
Okay, yes, alright. So, we can talk there. Okay. Escolha. So it's just click on the briefing room, or because there is an other option to click after. Oh, it's okay now. It's gonna start now. But I'll do one more lap on this quali session to practice. We can, don't? Or better not.
That's the end of the session. P11.
They closed the server.
Guys, so let's wait for a few seconds until everyone has joined. So I think we can start. The figures look okay. I take a screenshot of this. Let me give you a warm welcome to the ERL.
server for the whatever heat and whatever quarterfinal you're being assigned to. So please make sure that you're joining the correct server that you have been assigned to. Joining this wrong is only ever going to cause problems, so please make sure you're not rushing and instead just paying very close attention and making sure that you're joining the correct server that you've been assigned to. This is really, really important. Other than that, I haven't really got anything else to add, so I will wish you all the very best of luck, and I'll throw over to Ricardo.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. Good evening from my side as well. Yeah, not that many points from my side. Yeah, first of all, yeah, keep it clean on the track as always. We will have a standing start, no formation lap. We hopefully have lone quali with 7 minutes and laps may be finished. So that's the information for that. We will work with the penalty point system again. We have tweaked it slightly with Florian Hasper before the event now. So yeah, we hope that we don't have to give too many penalty points, but we'll see. And yeah, there's not that much to say actually.
I mean, yeah, one important thing, by the way, sorry, the guys are currently fixing the mod, and I don't know, Ricardo, is there any update on this? Is this through or available now?
Waiting for confirmation, but I think the update has just been done.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, give me a second and I can get this information.
Yeah, and should we be forced to delay the start of the whole thing by 10 minutes, we will do so, yeah. Because yeah, this is part of this chain of events where the mod was broken, and yeah, now it's fixed. There was a question.
Yeah, me. Can we stay on other hit servers as spectators to watch or not?
Ricardo, is there anything against it, or does there speak anything against it?
Well, if everybody does it, then we will reach the maximum number of clients, which wouldn't be too good. So I'd rather not like to have that, just for safety reasons. You know, it's R factor. So
okay.
Yeah, I'd prefer if you not do that.
Okay, could be good for this drivers streaming if possible, but as no, okay.
Okay. We will look into this for the next race, because it's a valid point. But to be honest, for today, maybe better not. With our, let's say, lucky streak that we have here. Okay, so feel free to ask further questions in general chat. We will give you an update there as soon as the mod is fixed and the servers are up and running, and then maybe also a delayed start time. Yeah, hopefully not, but it can happen. Yeah, nevertheless, have fun out there. We will try our best and to put in a good show in the end. And good luck for every one of you. And yeah, just score maximum points and the best results. Thanks a lot for doing this.
Yo. What server now should go?
I've just asked in the general chat, like, are we joining the same one as his heat number? Because I think that's the case. I think you would join.
No, but for quali, it's one server only, you know.
Yeah, I think for quali, I don't know whether there's going to be a quali server.
Session, that is still 30 minutes to quali start. They should put the practice server up again, maybe.
I think that's why they're saying about they're going to push it back 10 minutes or something so they can get the thing.
The tracks use it, blah blah blah. Oh, here, practice server, practice 2, server 3, but doesn't say anything about quali server.
No, not yet.
This Zoom call link is the link to the webcams. That's it?
Yes. Waiting for the game to restart. I don't know if the servers are up yet or not.
Yes, it's. I mean, no. Okay.
Yeah, so there should be. You in server 3 and I'm in server 2 anyway, aren't I? So.
But for quali too?
I think so. I think the way it works is you join your server depending on your heat number. So he's just sent to me. One of the guys has just said, so heat 1 is server 1, heat 2 is server 2, and heat 3 is server 3, and I've just said, is that for qualifying as well? Yes, it is.
And the password is the same?
Yeah. Password's the same, yeah. It looks like Stefan, the other guy, he can't get on.
So I am server 3?
Server 3, yeah. I'll double check, but I'm fairly certain you're server 3. Server 3, yeah. You're server 3, I'm server 2, and we're not even going to have someone in the first race because he's not here.
ERL server 3. Yes, there are already 10 people in ERL 2 and F2.
Server 2 going.
We failed to install packages.
Oh, yeah, I've just got that now, so I'm going to have to close. Bloody.
We have to update the Steam link. Their Steam.
Yeah, that's stupid thing. Unsub, resub. So if we then go back into here, the Steam Workshop. Log in.
What they are changing now? It was all good.
I think something was wrong with the deliveries or something, possibly. Right, so now if I restart Steam.
Subscribe it.
I've just restarted Steam anyway. How does the cut tracks work in this? How many is it until a penalty?
I think you can cut 3, and on the 4th you got a DT.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Ideally, you don't want bloody any, but
It's
you never know.
As default, it works like that.
I can already see a lot of crashes happening and people getting disqualified. So they've just said, so we will delay everything by 15 minutes for now. Please add 15 minutes to the timers that were planned.
Oh, okay, good.
So there is the sessions that you're in now like a practice session?
No, I had to left the game now and enter in again.
Oh right, yeah, of course, yeah, you had the same as me. I hope there's a practice session before and then they just forward the session or something, because like then we can use that 15 minutes now to practice rather than mess about waiting.
Same.
Just sitting around.
Sure.
Right, click to start, multiplayer, ERL. Let's see if it server 2, join server, drive. Yeah, it's working for me now. 99993.
It's updating files to me. At least 10 minutes practice would be good. Let's see.
Yes, there's a practice session, yeah, perfect.
What, there is a new important info. No one in my server. Oh, the 15.
How many liters do we think we need then?
How many liters? For the quali, 7 liters. You can do 2 or 3 fast laps. It's enough for 4 laps. Or go 8 to be safe. Don't wanna lose 1 lap despite 1 liter.
yeah, it's worth just carrying that little bit extra, isn't it? Probably.
And for the haze, I think 25, 24. 10-minute race. No less, because let me check this. Do you know how much fuel per lap we are burning?
I do not know.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
When you do one lap, you tell me. I do the calc here. I think it's 8 lap race. 10 minutes. Okay, I can get in now. So Stefan is not racing?
It doesn't sound like it. I've just told him he's got an extra 15 minutes, but I think his internet's just not working at all.
And almost me too, because I had another compromise with Rio Racing today, practice, but I had forgot. But thankfully I could reschedule it.
Oh right.
I was forgetting about this. If I couldn't reschedule, I should not be racing here.
Did you say you're not coming up into 6th gear as you go up the hill? Do you know at the very top of the hill?
No, I don't. I say I don't do any turn in 5th gear. No. That very fast turn that you can do in 4th or 5th, I do in 4th. Downhill.
Oh yeah.
Downhill
Yeah, the
to
downhill
right,
one.
yeah.
What about the next one? Do you know like the little kink left before the right at the top of the hill?
That 4th.
As you 4th as well. Yeah.
But that one that has a blind spot apex, that is 3rd.
Yeah.
Yes, 8 liters is safer for quali. And 90% brake, and all the other adjustments we can do is pray.
Oh my god, the rear end.
There's a car approaching. Stay behind the line. Yellow flag. Sector 1 is clear. Got cold brakes all round. About you, mate. Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. Blue flag, green flag, sector 1. Sector 1, yellow flag. Green flag in sector 2. This lap won't count, you've cut the track. The leader's just done it, 131.7. The leader has just done a 131.6. You're locking your right rear. Okay, Pedro, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up. Green flag sector 1.
Left side. Clear left.
Yellow flag. Your front brakes are getting pretty hot. You've got half your fuel left. Don't invalidate this lap, track limits. Yellow flag.
Yeah, if you go 7 litres, you'd run out in the final corner.
Okay.
So you definitely need 8.
Watch your mirrors, there's a car approaching. Sector 2 is now green. You've got cold brakes all round, be careful. Sector 1 is green. Blue flag, we've got cold tyres, we need to get some heat into them.
On your left. Clear left. Yellow flag, sector 1. Green flag in sector 1. Looks like P2's off. Blue flag. There's a car leaving the pit lane.
watch your rear tyres, they're pretty cold. Your right front tyre's getting hot. Fastest lap for Richards, 1:31.6. We're seeing lots of right rear locking. Sector 2 is 1.2 off the pace. We estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining. Temperatures are fine, mate. Okay, Pedro, we need to watch these track limits. Yellow flag, sector 2. Exit's clear. Push. Sector 2's green. Your brakes are cold, be careful.
Right side. Still there. Clear right.
Your tyres are cold, watch out. Sector 2 is now yellow. We think that Garcia has crashed. Sector 2 is clear. Sector 2 is yellow. We can see Garcia has spun off. Sector 2 is clear, P22. Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow, you're 2/10 off the pace in Sector 1. Garcia has stacked it. Green flag sector 3. Okay, Pedro, we estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining. We're seeing lots of right rear lock-in. Sector 3 is yellow. It looks like Garcia has binned it. Sector 2 is 0.9 off the pace. Green flag sector 3. flag in sector 1.
Oh, right.
133.4.
I'm getting there. I need to just have a look what lap time I should be getting, really. I think I can get like a mid 32? Mid to high 32, I reckon I can get.
Yeah, it's good.
Which is where it seems to be, everyone seems to be around that.
Sector 1 is
really, really
0.4
super
off the
quick.
pace. They'll delete this lap. Track
33.3,
limits.
33.0
Right
is
front
what I can
temperature.
do
It's hot.
without
Yellow
pushing
flag.
too
Caution.
much. If I can nail it, I can go into the 32.5, but it's very hard to match it.
Yeah, it's
Until sector
Definitely tricky.
sector 2, I have 0.250 only lower than the P1. But then on, I don't know what, I think I lose a lot on the chicane, fast chicane.
yeah, it's the chicane what's killing me as well. It's so hard to get through there cleanly.
Yes, I have 19.5 on the first second and 36.69 on the second. And then on the third second, it's everywhere. All the time is on the third second. They have 36.3. Lose 1 second on the third second. Oh, actually, second, I can't understand. Let's try again. So that should be 2-3 minutes to finish now.
Yeah, they said add 15, didn't they? So shouldn't be far away now.
Enough for 1 more 2 laps.
There's traffic behind. Watch your mirrors. Don't cross the white line. Green flag, sector 2.
The perfect lap must be on the first lap of tires. Don't know if you feel this too. It's better.
Brake
I
temperatures are
feel that
fine.
it's 2-3 times worse on the tire for the second lap.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But now without Stefan, it's almost impossible for us to progress. No?
Yeah, it's definitely difficult. Me and Stefan were
Green flag in sector
we were
1.
only 2 last time, I think, as well for our factor. And yeah, it was. But what they used to have, which I don't really like that they've got rid of it. But basically, the way it used to work was they'd have 3 heats, but then they would have something called a second chance race. So if you didn't make it through on the first go, you would have another race that was slightly shorter. I think the original races were 15 minutes, and then you'd have a second chance race, which would only be 10. But basically, the bottom, like, I don't know, 5 teams from each heat would go into that. So there'd be another 15 teams. But in that, only the top 2 would go through. So it was quite rare to get through, but at least you would have a second race, because if you get taken out and you're out of the race in the first one, at least you'd have that second chance to have a bit a go at a race sort of thing. Whereas now, they just don't have that.
Yeah.
So if you get killed in a race, like, you've just got to carry on and hope for the best.
Okay.
Sort of thing, but you never know. If there's a bit of carnage, and few issues and we manage to just keep his nose clean, we might sneak through, but you just never know.
Left side, clear left.
Yeah,
First things get to the end.
sure.
Second thing is worry
Yeah,
about where you
we
are,
have
sort of thing.
to do our
Just
best.
survive.
Sector 1 is yellow.
Then we see.
Sector 1 is green. That's 5 minutes of fuel left.
Well, there you go. Oh, the game just froze on me big time there. What just happened there?
I'm losing a lot on that fast right corner toss. So now it is 3 minutes to finish. One more lap.
The pit exit's clear.
I'm just looking to...
Let's get some heat into these brakes.
Before...
Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. Looks like P4's gone off. Cold tyres all round. The leader has just done a 131.5. Green flag in Sector 2. Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. Sector 1 is green. Sector 3 is clear.
One good hint to you check every time you go out from pits is the brake BS, because sometimes it gets not as what's supposed to be.
Yeah, it changes, doesn't it?
Yeah,
sometimes.
alone without you touching.
Yellow flag. Watch out. Don't delete this lap. You've cut the track. P20. Okay, Pedro. 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes. You're locking your right rear.
Right, I'm back.
Might be they are delaying again. Let's check the score.
I think they're just waiting for they're waiting for number 7, 12, 47 and 66. 66 is Stefan, who's our teammate, but he's I've already messaged him saying, and he's messaged him saying he can't do it. So
Race control. Doesn't matter, blah blah blah, no. Should be about to start. Let me turn off every other shit I don't need on my PC. Oh, can you see your fuel per lap now? I forgot.
No, I can't actually.
Okay. Well, it says 1.84, but let's be sure. .84. Don't know.
Your exit's clear. Don't cross the white line.
I'm P20 here, and you.
I'm P23, but I haven't actually got a lap in yet. The lap that I've got in me would put me about P17 or 18.
Okay.
So, not the end of the world, but it's not brilliant. But this Fordzilla guy is flying. How did he get through that chicane so quickly? Jesus Christ.
These Fordzilla guys, they are experts in race room that has a lot of front wheel cars.
They do, yeah. They have a lot of touring cars as well, don't they?
Yeah,
In that.
plus
Yeah, it's Gianmarco someone.
Fiduci.
Fiduci,
Yeah.
yeah. It's,
Race room is full of Italian guys. I do race room sometimes, and GT3 I am 2-3 steps lower than them, but on this car it's almost a second.
yeah, they take a very particular type of driving style, don't they?
Green flag sector 1.
Oh my god, I didn't cut the chicane! Finally, I got through there.
Your front brakes are getting a bit hot, left side tyres are cold, your right front tyre is hot, right front is hot. You're locking your right rear.
What are you doing, mate? Someone's just literally cut me off in the final corner. He went super wide to start a lap, and I'm on a hot lap, so I've taken the normal line, and he's just swooped down in front of me. He said sorry in the chat. It's fine. Fair enough.
I noticed one thing about the chicane. You should stop
What's
more
that?
on the first on the first leg to throttle earlier.
Yeah, slow it down earlier.
Yeah.
Try and get it
Also,
stopped earlier.
brake a little
slightly.
more and don't wait too much to throttle.
Sector 3 is 0.8, off the pace. Yellow flag. Sector 1 is 0.4 off the pace. Okay, Pedro, you need to watch the track limits.
Track limits, shit.
On your right. Clear right.
Oh, lap will not count because I ran slightly wide. What a joke.
Can we
Yellow flag.
start?
Yeah, we can't be far off starting now.
Pit exit's clear. Push. Your brakes are cold. Be careful. Green flag in sector 3.
Right side. Clear right. On your left. Clear left.
Yellow flag sector 3. Blue flag.
On your left. Clear left. Car left. Clear left.
There's a car rejoining. Sector 1 is now green. Sector 1 is 0.4 off the pace. Track limits, they'll invalidate this lap.
Quality starts 3 minutes, they've said.
Okay.
Just gonna do a few practice starts, I am.
Oh yeah, I was forgetting, man.
Get yourself on some practice starts. Because literally, if people mess that up, you could make up 3 or 4 places off that
Sure.
just at the beginning.
So. What I do is I overrev it full and hold that alternate brake button and clutch to the middle. Maybe it starts in second gear, huh? Yeah, I think second gear is better to start. Yeah, man, the second gear is definitely better. And burn the clutch a little
Pit
bit.
exit looks clear. Green flag in sector 2. Yellow flag in sector 1.
Must start on second.
Yeah.
First is worst.
guy ahead has just posted a 132.8. That's the end of the session. 22nd place.
Good luck, mate.
Yeah, good luck, man. Let's go see what we can do, eh?
For the fuel, you have to lower it again. It's 25 now.
The fuel.
Yes. And the brakes also. It's the adjustments. All the adjustments.
8 litres.
And check the brakes too. 90%.
Brake balance.
Oh, the fucking tire. Tire
Oh,
soft.
the tyres, yeah.
Everything you have to adjust again.
Oh, silly.
Okay, let's go.
Done. Oh, it's lone qualifying, isn't it? I forgot about this.
Private. Yeah.
We can really take it easy on this.
Exit is clear. Okay, Pedro, we've got 6 minutes to do the business. Your brakes are cold, let's get some heat into them.
And now we have the sunshine to help.
Yeah, bit of glare.
Left side. Clear left.
That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes. You're locking your right rear. That's a new fastest lap for 132.0. The guy in front has just done a 133.6. The leader's just done a 131.7. 0.5 off the pace. Your brake temperatures are okay. Okay, Pedro, we estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining. Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace. Your rear tyres are cold. You need to watch the track limits. Two minutes to go. 2 minutes. Off the pace in Sector 1. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace. You've got 2 minutes of fuel remaining. New fastest lap for Richards, 1:31.7. Sector 3 is 0.5 off the pace. Very little fuel left. That's the end of the session. 18th.
P20.
Oh, I completely ruined my lap, so I ended up bloody P23, but...
Let's see here. Did 32.99. I had 32.5 on the last lap, but I fucked on the last corner.
Oh, good.
It would be P15. Are you still in the car?
I've just done a few practice starts, but I'm not in the car now.
If you could check the fuel per lap, I forgot again.
Yeah, I forgot.
But it's...
well, I mean, that was a 10-minute... no, sorry, a 7-minute session. And we needed 8. So a 10-minute session. I'll tell you what, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, but sometimes these things on the setup fuel, it's not 100% accurate. You know? The one that shows in the car, in the hood, is 100% accurate.
What lap times are we doing? 33s, aren't they? So
I saw I had 1.84 per lap. Let's put 1.90 to be sure. I have here.
well, if you did, if it's a 7-minute session and you're doing an average lap of 1:33, that says total of 5 laps, and you're using 1.6 a lap.
But let's put 132.5 because it's the leader that counts. It's 10-minute race only. That's it, or 15.
No, just 10.
Okay, so 132.5, 1.9 for 14 liters. So 15 liters is okay. 15 is more than needed. 15 I think is too much. It's saying 7 laps to me.
Well, we'll see how many laps are in the session in a minute, because they've got another race. They've got a race on now, haven't they? That Stefan should be in. But obviously we're not in it, so I can watch this race and see what it ends on. How many laps?
Yeah. So do you know if now we can practice on this warm up?
Yeah, you can practice now. Yeah.
Okay, so let's put the fuel to 14 liters. I'll try to practice start on the race line now. I was doing in the pits. It's different grip.
Yeah, I was doing it sort of around the track in different areas, just wherever it was flat, basically. Slightly downhill here.
Looks clear. Your brakes are cold. We need to get some heat into them.
There should be a lot of, with this setup, and these guys in mid-pack, they are very close. If we keep our pace without forcing to don't make mistake, I think we can finish 5-6 position ahead where we are starting. No. Just keep the car without rubbing and spinning and sitting.
To be fair, this first race has actually gone through the first few corners cleanly.
And extreme caution on the chicane cut limits.
Yeah, just people might get drive-throughs and stuff.
Yeah, but for us that will be the hardest challenge. Take care of that.
Is it definitely 3 and then?
V19.
My mate has just messaged me saying all the leaders have started that race in first gear.
I don't know.
Just so you knew, but starting what you feel comfortable with, I think.
Mind these track limits, please, Pedro.
Wow, Michi Hoyer's gained 7 places in a lap and a half. Oh, what? Sean Arnold's already out. What?
I think P6 has gone off. Green flag in sector 3.
Honestly, this has been a lot cleaner than I thought it'd be.
Got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Oh my god, they're squeezing each other on the grass.
Yes, 1.84 liters per lap.
184, right.
Your front brakes are pretty hot now.
Back out on track for a little warm. So how many litres are we saying then, do you think?
1.84 per lap. I don't know for the race, but maybe 13 to 14.
Right side
So you
tyres
think it's
cold.
1.84 a lap, and then it's going to be a 10-minute session. We're doing 1 minute 33s. That's saying 7 laps, so in theory it should be probably maybe 6 flying laps. So that's reckoning 13 litres. But I'll see exactly how many racing laps these guys get in,
Yeah, should be that.
because it'll
Okay,
be.
Pedro, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up. Incident sector 3, yellow flag. Sector 3 is clear.
Yeah, man, starting second is definitely better. Forget first.
Really?
Full throttle.
I'm struggling first.
You have to go full throttle and
Yellow
let your
flag,
clutch
watch out.
like 70% release it, you know? Holding that alternate brake button. Then you release it and slightly you burn the clutch a little bit, this 30%, and go. It's already
Incident
spinning
sector 1,
wheels
yellow flag.
for me in second gear. So
Sector 1 is clear.
no way in first. Let's try. Let's see. In first. Yeah,
Green
no,
flag sector 3.
should be second.
Sector 1 is yellow, your quickest overall. Green flag sector 1. Your brake temps look good.
Yeah, it's gonna be good in second gear.
Yellow flag in sector 1. Sector 1 is green.
I'm ready. Muito bem. Are you watching the stream?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, for me 1.84 liters, 12.88 liters, so 14 liters to be safe. "13 is very on the edge.
Wow, the 9th place guy has just got to drive through for track limits.
ERL.
Game, so he's already been touched by that. Alessandro Ottaviani's close, looking into the pocket. He's going to back out of it here, but he might well attack going down to the Melbourne hairpin. The thing is, as much as it's only a 10-minute race, tyres do play its part. Tarato now picks up a penalty as well. That'll be down at the old hairpin in the same place that Jordi Zvere's got one. Ottaviani's not on the attack now, but he's got to worry about the Slovenian behind in Alan Terzic, who is very, very close indeed.
Yeah, I think you'll find here Ottaviani's got one opportunity. He's got to make it stick. So once he goes for it, which he's going for it right now to the final corner, he just wasn't committed enough, I don't think, as we've unfortunately just going to miss out on that. Rashmat under a little bit of pressure here as well from the Carbon Esports team as we come down towards that final corner. Was there a change of positions? No, there wasn't, but it has now given an opportunity here for Terzic to get himself involved. Now he senses the opportunity, runs the car up the inside here, BS competition.
Be so careful with track limits.
And Ottaviani, by not being clear and concise with his movement towards that P1, has actually now put himself under a lot of pressure. He will now have to sit in behind as we come down towards the old hairpin. That is very opportunistic work there from Terzic. It's a beautiful move there. Ottaviani, really, for me, has only got himself to blame. It's kind of one of those positions where you've either got to hold position or you've got to absolutely send it for that P1. He didn't do either there. And ultimately, BS now come through. P3 still not a bad result, but he knows he can probably be, grabbing a bit more.
Volta com os caras mais rápidos.
Manny Realago, who's also just received a penalty for tracking excursions. So there are quite a few. That's the third penalty that we've had in this 10-minute race. I expect we're probably going to see a couple more. If any of the drivers from the other heat are kind of watching this at the moment, they'll be thinking, okay, right, we're going to not play it so aggressively. They get to do that 3 times. They can exceed track limits 3 times. That is anywhere in the circuit. And then if you rack up 3 track limit excursions that gain you time, boom, you'll get a penalty. Alessandro Ottaviani straight down the inside of Alan Terzic as well. So that was a bit of a bold move. He's trying to cut off Alan Terzic in the way that Terzic cut him off. Terzic has got straight back to the inside, still trying to make it a 1-2 in this race. For BS competition, he has sent it again, and these two are giving Kevin Siggy the golden ticket to lead here as we head into the final lap of Donington Park.
Both battling to be the meat in the sandwich here, aren't they? We've got Zebra right now as the meat. It was indeed Ottaviani momentarily, but you're right, Siggy's being gifted the opportunity now to sort of drift out to the half-second lead. Half a second is not massive, but in terms of touring cars, it's a fair old chunk of change for sure. The only real winners in that situation are the likes of Naj and Pinches, who are now 4th and 5th. You're not really going to push for those positions, I don't think, this late on in this race. We've got Wire here for Brabham Esports, who had a phenomenal start, by the way, has gained many positions over the course of this race for the Brabham Esports outfit. P12 and his UOL, of course, our Spring Cup Champions Unicorns of Love. And we're looking to try and spring a surprise during our factor, potentially iRacing during this whole championship here. How much have they improved? Well, we know that they are the standout team on ACC. Can they potentially snag a couple of results when it comes to R Factor 2, or indeed on iRacing? The potential nudge there as we come down into the last chicane here. I think he had maybe six somewhere. He had that gap to work with, but Terzic has closed it on. I'll tell you what, Lewis, there might be a change for the lead.
Yeah, going down the Melbourne hairpin, Alessandro Ottaviani sent it in too deep, the 3 of them make contact. Oh my goodness me, it is calamity here for the race lead in the very first race of the season. Alan Terzic has got a bit alongside the 2 Slovenians coming into contact. Kevin Siggy is trying to win the first race of the season. Alan Terzic has sent it in too deep, and then he's been door banged by Kevin Siggy out of the final corner though. 5 for the lead. Alan Terzic is going to win from Siggy, from Pinces, from Ottaviani, and not. I don't think that one's going to hold at the end of the race. My goodness me, the race control has something to look at there.
Did you watch the last lap?
It wasn't Terzic's fault. I think Terzic made a move. And then Ottaviani sent
I did see it, yeah.
4 or 5 cars fighting hard.
Fighting for the lead, bumping each other and stuff. How many laps has gone? Does it say?
Doesn't say.
Ironically, I think really the biggest loser was, of course, Siggy, because he lost the lead of the race. I think Terzic was going to make that move anyway. But it's Pinches
maybe on the last
gained
results.
on that, and Ottaviani kind of lost that anyway, so he's kind of penalised himself in a position regardless. But if there's ever a way to kick off the Summer Cup, that's the way to do it on the final lap, and I feel like we are only going to see more and more and more of that.
The guy ahead has just done a
It's going to be like this. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it was a little bit heavy on the contact.
I think we're going to have to go
honestly,
like 15 litres
racing, and
myself.
we had plenty of it there. Absolutely superb stuff.
15 is good for, apparently, on here,
Summer Cup
7 laps.
Ahead of Kevin Siggy there. Arjuna, what do you make of that?
I was
And
thinking
that's
it wasn't
basically
looking very
double what we
touring
had for
car-like
quali.
until
And
the final
quali
lap
was
when
only
it
7
all
minutes.
kicked off, and that was fun.
So really,
That
it should
was a
be
lot of fun,
14 or so, but I'm
reality
going to go
is,
15.
With these
and
different heat formats,
just
you
go
have to
from
think
there.
about it differently.
I'd rather not run out. You know what I mean?
Johan Hart there, Luke, for a moment was up there in the top 5. All he had to do was get some good points on the board. He comes across the line in 18th. Of course, the focus for the fight was up front, but it's all about the points and getting them on the board.
It certainly is. It is, you know, as much as it's fun for us to watch at the end there, and again, please keep doing it. You know, I don't care about these strategies and whatnot. You just, if you get yourself in a pretty half-decent position, just hold on to that. Especially a team like Apex. We expect to see Apex as one of the top teams at any race they ever race in. So they, you know, and the facts are they haven't really been at the races, have they, in our Spring Cup, realistically? So these kind of mistakes being made in races, they just can't afford to do it until, you know, they've got a bit of momentum. I think that's what's lacking here, isn't it? It's momentum, a bit of confidence, especially with a new car on a you know, a platform that they're maybe not as strong as, let's say, iRacing. But that's, you know, they're just one team. There's so many other teams that are making those mistakes as well. Just jostling for position like that, especially the front teams on the final lap. It's great to watch, but it's just not great for their team managers' hearts, I would say, but phenomenal stuff. This is the first race, man. This is going to be a ridiculous day.
When it comes to, as well, someone like Apex, and it's a point that I think a lot of the teams will be looking at, but the summer does tend to be a little bit of a quieter time for sim racing. People go out there and enjoy the warmer months. Of course, Apex coming off 5, maybe even 6 of their drivers in the iRacing Porsche Tag Heuer Esports Super Cup, so they'll be able to place a little bit more focus on this championship moving forward, Lewis. That's something that some of the teams are going to enjoy, but with other esports picking up, SRO for example, and many more,
So it's you now.
It's one that maybe we'll see the momentum
It is
back and forth as we work our way through even in the full cup later this year.
Okay.
Sim races don't go outside. I refuse to believe it. But you're absolutely right. In the summer cup, the summer season always a sim racing. It does quiet down a bit. You go on the sim race, kind of just allows people to breathe. You do need to breathe from sim racing every now and then, because as much as we love it, it is relentless when you're doing it every single week. But like you say, with some things coming to an end in the sim racing world, it just allows some teams to focus a little bit more, especially more towards, in this competition, their weaker platform, and find out why they're weaker on it, how to get stronger. Because hey, do you know what? It might actually make them stronger across the whole board rather than just on the one platform, because they'll learn some new tricks and stuff and think, hang on.
Your exit is clear.
Like,
Watch the white line.
to iRacing or to ACC. How do we
Your
work
brakes are
this
cold.
process
Take it easy.
faster?
And I'll come back to you straight away then, Lewis, with the point about Unicorns of Love, that partnership with NetRex. We did see them in the Spring Cup get better across the different platforms after struggling outside of their strong house in the Esports Racing World Cup. But Noah Royber is down in 12th position.
Yeah, to be fair, we'll actually have this chat with Jürgen Hamburg
Cold tires all round.
later on in the broadcast, but essentially NetRex are an open wheel specialist team, not just an R-Box. They're very specific towards their open wheelers, but not so much a touring car stuff. So it's a learning process for them. Of course, their Royber's coming forward, come right who will be driving a little bit later on. Kind of not too shocked to see that. One is not bad, it's not awful, especially if you can qualify that 18.
Well, we're working our way towards the second of the heats. I'm sure Race Control just taking a final look at the melee that broke out through that final couple of corners. Luke, I want to ask you though about the start of the race. Any surprise from your perspective as to how these cars and these drivers got these touring car machines off the line?
We saw a couple of mistakes, and we saw actually Brabham get
See
really
what's
good start.
right, real lucky.
Yeah, phenomenal start. You know that he is going to be meticulous in his preparation. It's not always about these. You know, he would have practiced his 1 lap pace. He would have practiced his 10-minute pace, probably 12-minute pace, and 8-minute pace as well. And that's the kind of he'll want to know exactly what the tyres
Heads up, there's a car rejoining.
of each of those distances. But he was
Sector 1 is yellow, V9.
He practiced his race start.
Brake temperature's okay. Green flag in Sector 1.
Viviani did not get a good start at all. Realistically, I feel like he had the more pace out of everybody. I feel like Viviani had the most pace out of everybody in that lobby. We saw it in the race, which made it a real battle there, and ultimately tried to make moves where it wasn't on, potentially just overstretching the tyres. I know the tyres in terms of their lifespan aren't really going to be effective, but the heat in the side is going to be a massive factor in terms of getting the car stopped.
Track limits.
Just maybe
showed near the end there. It was a very definite dive in that second to last hairpin on the final lap. So yeah,
Yellow flag in sector 2.
I'm probably going to see more people struggle to be completely honest. I'm actually quite impressed with how good it was.
Sector 2 is now green. Alright, Pedro, 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
The strongest group we'll see over our heats. And here's the results out of Heat 1. Remember, lower points are better, and you get the number of points based on where you finish. Much like we had in the Spring Cup, only the best 2 results out of the heat will count. So only 2 of your drivers have to perform that third one. Well, their main focus will be on minimizing the penalty points on their debut in the Esports Racing League. Corolla Gaming, they're in 7th. R8G, Team Redline, up in the top 3 out of the Spring Cup. They finish inside of the top 6 positions. Unicorns of Love, our Spring Cup champions, our Spring Cup masters, all the way down in 11th spot. Although, I'm just taking a look at that.
Yellow flag sector 1. This car joining in front.
I think there was, maybe we'll have to get confirmation
V12
on those results. Maybe there was some penalty points, of course, that came down as well. Lewis, I mean, now as we look forward, Luke's already said that we may have seen the strongest lineup in terms of each of our heats. What are you expecting from drivers who have now seen what the racing is going to be like and they know what they have to do?
Well, I mean, there is one thing.
I'm probably going to mute my mic up.
Okay.
Drive, but yeah.
Some people might not play golf too well.
But music is
did not play
safer.
His tyres. Got a message from Anastasia who said tyre saving for the win. Literally straight after the race.
2 minutes
exactly
at full
about 10
power.
minute touring car race. You should come into the 12 minutes as well. And even in the 8th race,
Christ. This stuff is usually already done by now. By 7 o'clock, easily.
All out
the heat.
And just go on the attack. You do need to think about the longevity of the tyres, because even in 10 minutes, you're very much equipped to overheat the tyres quite quickly.
Sector 2 is 0.8 off the
teams,
pace. Yellow flag in sector 1.
Looking at in their race and thinking, right, if I get into like the top 5 at the start of the race, don't push past that point, wait till the end.
It's a format. Sorry, go ahead. One thing right every single season, right? And tyres. First one, like, that's it, I'm done. It's downhill from here then. Nothing else. There you go. And it's a format that lends itself in some ways to be allowing you to do the practice, understand what the cars and tyres are going to do with short races. You only find out the track a couple of hours before. Yes, the fan voting for the track goes on 24 hours before race day effectively, so there is a bit more of a buffer period for you to practice. But Lewis, I mean, we were talking about this during the VCO-ESports Cup, right? It's a 2-hour race, a driver for 60 minutes in the second driver does the next 60 minutes or so. It's a series where often you see no tyre strategies, 2 tyre strategies, 4 tyre strategies. Teams there are doing full race simulation. They'll be very glad that they can jump into this and at least dial in their preparation without committing so much time.
Well, yeah, like I say, it's
okay, Pedro, you need to watch these track limits. Yellow flag in sector 3.
Okay, to do a race stint, I'll say 12 minutes, each their own. But I think some drivers will naturally work better. I know it's like the difference is quite small, 8 minutes, 10 minutes.
I've had a bit of bodywork damage. Stay out, it's not too bad.
But they're not, some drivers will still favour, just in their own driving style, will favour one race over another. Those that are a little bit experienced will also favour the 12-minute race. And that sounds like obvious, but it's kind of one of the
right, I'm going to mute my mic.
That is just
I'll speak to you after.
We're running
okay,
out of
good luck.
It's locked on and stuff, and it's what you can do behind the wheel.
Tyres maybe are going to be the point of this entire summer cup. We go from this touring car to an Indy car where you'll have different compounds of tyres available. You'll have to decide which one you want and how it's going to go. Then race 3, or rather Sim 3 is going to be about the cup car, the Porsche 911 992 generation cup car,
that's
which
half
will be very
fuel.
easy
You've
to
used
drive.
half your fuel.
Green flag sector 1. That's something to think about as well. Just confirmation, when we saw that points graphic, it was incorrect. There was a
Quem tá assistindo aí, a gente ainda tá esperando chegar o nosso horário da nossa corrida. Ainda tá, agora vai começar a corrida 2, a nossa corrida 3. Então mais uns 15 minutinhos aí a gente deve estar na pista. Vamos largar em 19º de 25 carros. Aí, manhoso. A classificação não foi o que a gente queria, mas também não foi ruim. Vale lembrar que aqui a gente está cercado dos melhores pilotos de automobilismo virtual do mundo. Qualquer coisa que a gente consegue deixar para trás, a gente está deixando alguns dos melhores do mundo para trás da gente.
That's 5 minutes of fuel left.
Yeah, every group is definitely going to be completely honest.
Sector 1, yellow flag.
Because these are the best drivers in the world.
Sector 1 is now green, we think. Just crashed.
What a beautiful human that guy is. He got pole position. Here we go. It's heat number 2. Don't worry about what it says on the screen. It is heat number 2.
Yes, it is. And Enzo Benito will start from pole with Jack Keighley alongside on the run down towards turn 1. On board with Ibrahim Khan at the bottom right. You've got ROUND ESports who are a bit slow on, in the background, getting side by side with Rocket. But at the moment, it's Jack Keighley with the best launch to lead into turn 1. And that's the second consecutive race that second place has led by the first corner. This time, it's Keighley from Benito, from Chinchik. Look at that in the background, already a bit of side by side. I think it's the virtual drivers by TX3 machine that was just sent off in the background. Either way, Keighley's leading at the moment. There is Ibrahim Khan on the attack, getting past Alvarez, and that is a big send from Enzo Benito into the old hairpin.
Gets done as well there, but as you can see, it is the lead then for Jack Keighley, aka Isaac Price. Never seen them both in the same room together.
You're 2/10 off the pace in sector 1. Watch your rear tyres, they're pretty cold. You're cooking your right front tyre.
For sure, into the barrier we will go. So uniform love here.
You need to watch these track limits.
Battling for what will be P8. Potentially, yeah, just up ahead here with John Lady Esports as well. Groupie just behind, and there's so many position changes here. It's absolutely ridiculous. Looks like the TX3 car hasn't got themselves together. Seagull, just saw a seagull. It is R-Factor 2 again. Coming then through that final chicane. Uniform to blow us, brilliant. Actually, Groupie makes a bit of a mistake. Actually,
Ó, estamos andando junto com o cara que vai largar em décimo aqui, ó.
Trying to come through as well. The Balash Esports team of Luciano
Tyres got minor wear.
This season, Luciano Whitford, especially with this car, very much a touring car specialist. He will absolutely be in and amongst it.
Mais rápido que ele não é.
Every opportunity that indeed presents itself. Back up to the leaders, Enzo Benito trying to find a little bit of a gap
Right
there.
side,
Not
clear
able to
right.
do so. The other lap number 1 though is Jack Keighley, the lead.
You're looking at right rear.
At you here, Lewis. If your teams have found what they feel like is the best possible start for them, then ultimately all 3 drivers are going to be very, similarly paced in terms of the race start. The red line here, probably be crashing together.
All right, Pedro, there's a car exiting at mid, heads up.
Hold on, no. What am I talking about here?
Yellow flag in sector 1.
We're
running on fumes, mate. In this lap, box this lap.
Yeah, there we go. Back to you.
I mean, to be fair, you've already had the money of the season, so this is it here. Like I said, it isn't going to happen there. But no, I get your point you're going for those, because your practice starts together, you should all be...
Normalmente esses caras de nome italiano
Sometimes it's just not really the case. Sometimes it's all about
Rear tyres are cold. Your left front is
são
hot.
todos muito bons nesse tipo de carro, tração dianteira, porque o Race Room, que é o simulador que mais usa esse tipo de carro, é recheado de equipes italianas. Vou parar um pouco aqui porque eu preciso sair do simulador para baixar meus FPS, não vou ter problema na corrida. Tá fazendo 32,8 ali, ó, isso aqui a gente consegue fazer.
Oh, well, he's taking so many positions up as well.
Sair do jogo rapidinho. Já voltar.
As we go back up towards the leaders here, there's a Shinjik is closing up to the back here of Enzo Benito. And is Benito, trying to look after the tyres and maybe go on the attack later on, trying to force
FPS e hertz do monitor, né? Ele tá dando isso, mas tá meio no limite, então acho que eu vou baixar para 100, que é mais seguro para quando tiver todos os carros juntos. Força mais o computador, aí não dá para dar o 120.
Kevin Siggy, so we know that is a definite opportunity later on in this race with 6 minutes to go here. Just look after those tyres. Fiducci then for Team Fordzilla, just in behind Shinjik. As we go a little bit further back here, we've got Michael Tyler then for E-Team Brit, battling for what is the top 20, just in behind Pound. And again, not too sure who's in behind. Alvarez then just in behind there, and it's not really good here for Alvarez. Is that Mirror Esports? No, it's not Mirror Esports at all there, is it? It's one of our new teams. For life of me not being able to remember every team name here, but yeah, not the greatest of starts for those 3 teams at the back. They'll be looking to try and make a move up towards the leaders as soon as they possibly can.
Também isso vai me ajudar o jogo a ficar mais fluido.
The attack of Marcel Chinchik at the moment. These two are quite easy to pick apart these days. Obviously, they're quite similar in colours, being the RHE and then the Team Fordzilla car. But got to worry about Gal Valero, who's directly behind. I mean, Apex Racing Team seem to have a lot better pace. I know they didn't get the result of the previous heat as what maybe they felt they had the pace for in the form of Johan Half, but still, they seem to have really fixed a lot of their issues with the R-Factor 2 platform. Because looking very, very quick today as Valero sat in that 5th position, trying to attack Btcc, trying to attack Chinchik, trying to attack Benito, but of course, I'd argue the major touring car specialist on this grid, Jack Keithley, clearing off from everyone, same way that Kevin Sickie did in the previous race. Is this pushing his tyres too far? I do know, I've raced Jack Keithley enough, I do know he can be a little bit aggressive on his tyres.
Yeah, well, it's well, we'll find out, that's for sure. But right now, 1.3 seconds. I think if he has that lead onto the final lap, he is absolutely golden here. But we know that Enzo Benito is a wily old fox, isn't he? He will be doing the best strategy possible to get the best result. But he's also got in his back pocket knowing that Kevin Sickie got a phenomenal result in race number 1, so he doesn't need to push for the lead as well. Just remember that factor. That's something that Heat 1 would not have had. They have no results to go back on, so it's kind of they have to race as hard as possible. I want to shout out to Aspar Esports again. I sometimes forget my own name in the morning, so remembering 27 esports teams is very, very difficult. But it was Aspar that I was trying to get there. As we're on board here then with Jersey Glack for Triton Racing. Easy this one because it says it at the bottom of the screen for us, so that's always handy. But yeah, a little bit off the pace, I would say as well. We expect to see Triton up in and amongst it. Not so much so far today. Of course, we've still got Heat 3 to go. But yeah, just trying to defend here, not really able to move forward. And that's one thing with touring cars as well, Lewis, isn't it? If you've got someone right up your chaff plate, it's very difficult to be able to try and make any inroads on someone in front when you defend him, because you go offline in this car, you lose so much time, as we do indeed see a battle here for our top 3.
Yeah, Gianmarco Paducci was on the attack. Look to the outside, coming down to the Gollard's hairpin. Yellow flag comes out in sector 2, but I'm not sure who that is for. You can see them in the background there, just rejoining before the hairpin might be Tyler. There's Gianmarco Paducci straight to the inside into Red Gate. It's going to be a little bit of a big commitment from the Italian, just trying to get past Marcel Chinchik. Not able to do so. They go through Hollywood and then down through the crane of curves. They're going to be side by side all the way to the old hairpin. Chinchik, though, plays the long game, backs out, blocks off Gael Valero, though, directly behind, and Paducci is onto the podium.
He is absolutely textbook move there. Again, it's high risk, high reward, trying to make a move through the crane of curves. Leave my curves alone, ladies and gentlemen. Then down in towards the old hairpin, but ultimately got it done. And I think what was really clever there from Shinjik was noticing or establishing that there's 2 cars very close behind here, and if you fight too hard, you're not only going to potentially lose 1 position, you might lose 2 or 3. So absolutely fought hard and then realised, you know what, letting it go, I'm just going to guarantee myself that top 4. R8G, of course, with a good result in race 1 as well, so they're looking pretty good. But then you've got Gael Valero, who was incredible during the Infinity Series that we had, the 24 races in 24 hours, currently in P5 there for Apex Racing Team, and has to deliver here, doesn't he? Ultimately, with the Johan Half finishing P18 in race number 1, the pressure is on Apex already, of course, not having a great Spring Cup. They need to start the Summer Cup with a bang, and they are. Top 5 here, another good result in race number 3, and you are golden. They're going to be through. We expect to see them at the front. We've then got Muller in P6, then we've got Milinek in P7, we've got Simicic, Luciano Whitver, and Major as your top 10. But Keithley, 0.8 of a second. I think he might have gone out a little bit too hard here, because the gap is now starting to come down.
Yeah, and you don't want Benito closing into you late in the race. Got to say, really impressed with Koana Gaming in this. They finished 8th in the previous race, 6th running at the moment in this race. And with those kind of results, you're almost at a point of basically guaranteeing yourself a pathway through into the quarterfinals. Who was that who just moved down the order? It was disqualification for Remco Major. There we go. For virtual drivers by TX3, despite having 4th place in the previous race with Alessandro Ottaviani, Major has received a disqualification. That'll be potentially, I'd assume, for ignoring a drive-through penalty. It's normally what it is. If you've not served your drive-through penalty, we're seeing a lot of drive-thrus coming through. Glax had 2 in this race for track limit excursions. You see Porn having one right there in 18th spot. A lot coming through. It is quite an easy circuit to receive track limit violations for, but it is the same for everyone. So, you know, each to their own.
Every game, this track, it's like the complete opposite of Red Bull Ring. Red Bull Ring in every single game is very, very lax in terms of the track limits. You can run off wide everywhere there, and Donington is very strict every single sim racing game. So it's not a surprise to see people getting drive-throughs, especially when you're racing against the very best. You know, hundreds of seconds is the difference between positions or making an overtake. So yeah, we're expecting to see them on the absolute ragged edge here. Benito really is closing in. I think we are going to see a potential battle here at the end of this race between Geesley and Benito. The fact that Benito's got a nice 2-second gap to the group behind means that he can really actually go out there and attack. Yeah, this is going to be a fantastic final lap here. I just don't think, like, Marcel Chinchik doesn't really need to do anything here and make a move, but we've seen from him that he absolutely will take it on if he gets that opportunity. Keithley just indeed extending his lead as he comes down through the old hairpin, still hitting those lines, still running out a little bit wide there, but yeah, it doesn't really look like he's being too troubled there by Enzo Benito. I think Keithley might be in the running here for a race victory for Williams Esports.
Air and track temperatures are increasing.
Not be great
Air
for our
temp
race.
is now
Be great for
24.
Red Line.
Track temperature is
in
now
the previous race, looking to finish second
Celsius.
again. Not starting out the season with. I mean, they'll go through with 2 seconds, no doubt. But it's still just. Yeah, we expect Red Line to win, so you know, it's fine. Jack Keithley though is leading from Enzo Benito, from Fiducci, from Chinchik and Gael Valero. Very tight in this battle because Gianmarco Fiducci's been defending a little bit from Chinchik. Saw a little bit of an attack down into the first corner at Redgate, but wasn't able to find his way through. But a couple more attempts coming down to the Melbourne hairpin, and here is the look from Chinchik. But I think you're absolutely right. There's just no need to send it. They finished in 7th place in the previous, or 8th place in the previous race. There is no need for RHG to really attack this one. Jack Keithley's done all of the work though. Qualified in 2nd, took the lead on the race start. Final corner, and Williams Esports going to win here in the 2nd heat. Here in the Summer Cup at Donington Park. Easy win, to be honest, from Jack Keithley. Just super in control, looked after his tyres in the right way. Felt a little bit of pressure late on from Enzo Benito, but it wasn't enough. Great move late on from Gianmarco Fiducci, Chinchik, Valero, Muller as well inside the top 10. Again, super start from Koana Gaming. Then Milanek, and then Yene Simicic, Begrecki and Mattia Krupi rounding out the top 10. A lot of switches down the back end of the top 10 at the latter portion of that race.
Yeah, well, what's the secret to winning races? Have Action Man curtains and wrestling wallpaper.
Apparently so.
Is the secret to success. Jack Keithley, though, aka Isaac Price, or the other way around, whatever. Never seen them in the same room. It's like, you know, they both could be Batman at this point. He wins the race there, does very well. Benito, could he maybe have a bit more in the tank? Is he got saving something later on? During this championship, maybe. I don't think he really was ever pushing, to be honest. He had a nice gap behind him, and indeed in front, Fiducci and Chinchik, they had a nice little ding-dong. Chinchik, though, I think was very clever in his decision to kind of let it go. So yeah, for the first time we've seen someone being clever with their decision making on the race circuit, not battling for every single position there. So yeah, the RHG team are in very good stead. The Team Fordzilla team getting a nice result. Of course, Sean Arnold not getting a good start in race number 1. When is it going to turn around for Sean, by the way? Like, probably the most unluckiest driver in sim racing. But again, Fordzilla, I think, the most unluckiest team that we've had realistically in our championships. They've got a good result on the board, so all good for them. But the day really belongs to Jack Keithley. That's probably the most dominant performance we've seen so far today, albeit we've only had 2 races.
And we talk about points. Well, we have a better understanding now of how things look in these heat standing points-wise. However, for those who advance to the quarterfinals, doesn't really matter where they finish. Slightly different though, Lewis, if you're outside of the top 14, because you get points based on where you finish in these heat standings then. So for some of these teams that are on the bubble, the likes of Triton, Rocket, Buttler-Pal Motorsports, they are looking for this heat number 3 as an opportunity, maybe not to qualify for the quarterfinals, but to at least get some good points on the board on the road to the Esports Racing World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, you just need to hoover up some points as many as you can. If it's not your day, that's fair enough. If it's not your sim, that's fair enough. Doesn't mean you can't go out there and get some points. And there are quite a lot of teams that will go through into the quarterfinals. So for those of you that go on track, you're not going to get too many points, but still, points mean prizes at the end of the day. And if it is your weak platform and you can still get 15th, that will do for the day. Interesting though with the quarterfinals, of course, the way that that's going to work when we get to it. I'm not going to get too far ahead of myself, but we're going to split the teams up between 2 quarterfinals where we'll see all of the drivers going out on track, kind of more so what we had last season. That's going to be a very different ball game than what we're seeing now. It's the only kind of time where they might get a little bit uncomfortable with each other's teammates, because it's going to be quite busy out on track in those.
I mean, the goal of this new format was to try and make the track a little less busy. We'll see what those quarterfinals are going to be like, though, when we really get them out on track. Luke, from your opinion, any big surprises from heat number 2?
Hello.
Not really, if I'm completely honest. I think it's good to see drivers being a bit clever with it, but you're going to expect to see that in a heat number 2, especially when you already know, if one of your drivers has already performed exceptionally well in heat 1, and with only, two drivers, your 2 best drivers, sorry, should I say, count towards your result for this stage. If you know if you're in a half decent position and your teammate's already done well, you kind of just want to stick. You don't really want to push for any more positions there, and then you just really take the complete pressure off of your driver in heat number 3. They could almost just sit on the sidelines right now. If I'm honest, that's kind of how it could work out in race number 3. A few drivers are just going to get completely out of it, and I just don't want to cause any penalties that could potentially put my team in. I think what's going to be pretty exciting in heat 3 will be the teams that are just outside the bubble, like you've mentioned there, Arjuna, and then I think with this the new way the format is, I think them not only knowing how they stand, but knowing how other teams around them stand, and potentially teams that have already got themselves qualified, sort of being able to pinpoint those drivers and going, I can send it on this driver because they're more than likely going to get out of my way. They don't want to get involved in any incidents here. So kind of knowing your surroundings here, knowing what other teams have done, might be vital really in heat number 3, especially for the bubble teams.
I'm watching live as race controllers tabulating all the numbers, so we'll get an understanding of how the situation is before we get underway for heat number 3. But the magic number to get out of these initial heat races, Lewis, in the Spring Cup was anywhere from 20 to 30. I think with this new format, you might see that number drop very slightly because you don't have so many cars on the track. You have the opportunity
20 minutes
for
remaining.
each
You've got
driver
20
in
minutes
subsequent
left.
races to understand the game plan and what they need to do. I think we might be looking at a slightly lower number.
I agree. I think we will look at just not like
I'm back.
crazy low. It's not going to be like 10 points ago.
P13, boy!
Completely otherworldly.
P13, nice.
I gained 11 places just from keeping it clean and not dying. Someone was, do you know after turn 1 as you go down the hill, someone was bouncing through the air down there and going on to the final lap. I don't know what happened, but the guy was cartwheeling down the grass.
And 7 laps?
But if you used to have
I went 15 litres and the light come on. The fuel indicator thing come on, and it was on for a good lap. So I would honestly stick. I'd go with 15.
Okay.
So you've definitely got enough.
I think 28. To be honest.
Right, good.
So,
1 was the sort of number you were
well,
looking at
now
in the previous format.
the
I think 28 is
the hopes of the team now is over my shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how realistically, because it takes the best 2 results. So obviously both of our results are going to count. If you can be in and around P15, we may have a chance of going through. If people have had like horror shows and stuff.
Yeah, I will not risk it though. I will just go close to my limit, but not on the limit because I can make a mistake. And then that's
I ended up getting 2 track cuts within like
on the chicane.
Combined results of Heat 1 and Heat 2. These are the top 14. Team Redline at the top.
Okay, what's happening?
2 races, 2 different teams have
no, we are not top 14.
As well with
not at the moment, but that's
because they are counting the points of the 2 first races.
When you look at them,
yes, they're only taking the best 2.
So these points of the other teams won't change so much. Our points
possibly not. But like for example, there.
Okay, it's race for me now.
Okay, good luck.
14, so that gives you an indication of how it's looking. The Apex Racing team want to watch, of course.
"70 seconds, check fuel, 15 liters. Vamos lá. O que dá pra mexer é isso aqui. Volante aqui. Tudo certo.
P22 is now on mediums.
Vamos lá, vamos ver se tem uma coisa para desligar aqui. Tudo certo. Melhor desligar o Discord.
P2 is now on mediums.
Os caras estão indo com pneu médio. Eu não vou pneu médio não. Vou soft. É isso aí, vamos lá. Já larga direto, não tem volta de apresentação.
Right VO is now on mediums.
A gente larga bem lá atrás, né? Parece que tem uma inclinação aqui. Vamos lá. Vai largar. Boa sorte pra gente.
Green, green, green. Richards is now leading.
Car right. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. Clear right.
That's better.
On your left. Still there. On your right. Hold your line. Hold your line. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear right. On your right. Clear right. Car right. 3 wide, you're in the middle. Clear left. Car right.
Green flag, sector 3.
Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear all round.
V19.
Left side. Clear left. On your left. Still there. Clear left. Far left. Still there. Still there. Clear left.
You're locking your right rear. 10 minutes of fuel remaining. Deleted.
Car right. Clear right.
Okay, Pedro. You've had a bit of bodywork damage there. V18.
P18, a meta agora é P15, vamos lá.
Your rear tyres are cold. Your right front's really hot. We're seeing lots of right rear locking.
Vou pegar esses caras.
Long distance.
Bora pra
It looks
cima.
tight. You might make it to the end. The gap to behind is now 1.1.
Estamos pegando.
minutes to go, 5 minutes left. Your rears are cold, your right front tyre's getting hot. Please, Pedro. We're seeing minor wear on your left front. Make him do all the work. Focus on your exits. You're locking your right rear. Half your fuel left. Watch your rear tyres, they're pretty cold. Your right front's really hot. Seeing minor wear on the fronts. You're locking your right rear.
One more.
Alright, Pedro, 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. You've just done a 133.6. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace.
Right side, clear right.
Incident in Sector 2, yellow flag. Green flag, Sector 2. Running on fumes, mate.
Last lap. ter confusão aí na frente, pode esperar.
We're seeing lots of right rear locking.
Vamos, gente. Dá um big one aí.
Very little fuel left. Track limits. The actor behind is now 0.9.
Batida, batida, batida. Ninguém bateu.
16th place. That's the finish. Well done.
P16. Tá bom, deixamos 8 dos
Clear left.
principais pilotos do mundo aí pra trás. Largamos de 20º, chegamos em 16º.
Car left. Clear left. On your left. Clear left. Right side. Clear right. On your right. Clear right. Left side. Clear left. Left side. Clear left.
Primeira corrida que a gente faz nesse nível de evento, nesse nível de pilotos, então posso dizer que estou satisfeito. Lógico que não é um resultado expressivo, mas com certeza mostramos que não estamos aqui para ficar tomando voto de ninguém, não. Um pouquinho mais de treino com esse carro, dava para brigar ali pelo 13º, até talvez o 10º. Esse cara que Peter Pliska que tá aqui na frente, ó, que chegou em 9º, pra vocês terem uma ideia, esse cara já ganhou o campeonato mundial desse tipo de carro algumas vezes. Então, esse meu grid aqui realmente tava muito forte. Valeu. Agora vamos ter que torcer para ver se a gente, com a combinação de resultados aí, conseguimos classificar. Deixa eu voltar pro Discord aqui para falar com meu parceiro. Quase que entramos na primeira página. Não, faltou 4 posições. Esse Jacob Brzezinski é piloto da Williams Esports. Esse cara que tá aqui em 17º chegou para trás da gente, ó. Vamos ver quem chegou atrás. Esse que chegou em 17º é piloto dessa Legend of Races, que é a equipe oficial da Motorsport. Outro Adam Maguire, da Jean Lézy Esports. Outro aqui, Santa Guida, que também já ganhou alguns campeonatos mundiais. Esses aqui eu não conheço, Alberto Garcia. Essa Rocket Sports, desse Elvin Smith, é a equipe do Jason Button, de esportes. Absolute Motorsports também é uma equipe super tradicional. Tem balas. Conseguimos bastante deixar alguns pra trás aí que com certeza eles não estavam pensando que fosse ficar pra trás da gente. Valeu. Agora eles resetam o servidor e a gente tem que ficar aguardando o resultado, as punições aí pra ver se vai ter alguma punição. Se a gente consegue se classificar com esse 13º do Aiden. Hey Aiden, you're there? Yo. Vamos olhar na stream, que aí lá vai falar. Na stream oficial.
E-Team, Triton, GTWR, Absolute Motorsport, Balas y Rocket Sim Sport.
Pues sorprende, sobre todo lo de Virtual Drivers, que terminaba cuarta posición, ese coche verde que nos tenía, bueno, que teníamos.
Thank you for having us on, Lewis. To answer your question, I think it's primarily driving style. We're still driving on R Factor 2, so the same simulation logic still applies. Of course, there's some difference between a touring car on R Factor 2 and an open wheeler on RF2, but it's still RF2. Going back to driver behavior, driver mentality, and also driving style. At the beginning of this week, I would say the drivers were like, "Oh my god, I'm never going to be able to drive this. It's so different. I don't know what I have to do."
Pedro, you there?
I even have to quote, "My brain is going too fast for this."
P16.
So we must have P15 on the points. That's it.
My drivers, I would say like.
So advance.
I don't know how it works. Let me just see if we can get the standings up.
It's starting to grow.
I'm watching on the stream, but they didn't announce it yet.
Driving style and also maybe a little bit between.
That's the end of the session. 6th place.
And over to Rene, of course, victory at the end of the Spring Cup in the Masters. Absolutely fantastic form in that 1v1 against Veloce. How do you feel that's kind of boosting the squad across the board?
Yeah, I think massively. You know, we are coming from ACC, so I don't think a lot of guys from Selection know us as a team. Also Netrex.
No, we're not through. Apparently, you got 3 penalty points.
Penalty points.
I don't know what for.
Well, I did a door-to-door with one car, I remember. Where is he in this?
I'll show you. 2 seconds. It's if you go into general chat and scroll a bit further up, there's a results table.
Are the cuts in-game finals say 2 out of 3 cuts? Jordi, he said he had 2 wheels on track.
The same goes for us now.
I don't think
we are known, and also
I'm the
Netrex
only
known.
one
I think
who thinks
we got a bit
that
underrated,
the cuts
and
Is that in race control?
against the best and also finishing.
Because you want to look in general.
Overall is
very good. And then general chat.
General chat.
Oh yeah, someone's just posted it there. Hans just posted it. If you click on it, it'll show you what the results are. But we would have been on. So the way it works is it takes your best results. So ours was 13 and 16. So that would have given us 29. Sorry.
So we'll be out. I'm seeing now the cut is 20 points.
From their point of view, not really heard from your angle. What are the positives that?
Yeah. So we finished 19th overall.
Yeah.
But we would have been 17th overall because we would have been ahead of Legion of Racers and Aspar because we would have been on 29 points. You see what I mean? In that left-hand column, the far left. So we would have only just missed out, really. Well, we wouldn't have only just missed out because Carbon Simsport went through on 20, but we would have been closer.
Why, but I want to understand why 3 penalty points.
I don't know.
Because I did one door-to-door with a guy, but it was not dirty move.
Maybe ask in the race control bit, because that's why they put that there, so you can clarify it.
But okay, but indeed we gained 3 points, we wouldn't be qualified.
No.
Because we would have... We have 22, no? No. Yes, 29. We would have 26, there would be still 6 points missing.
And Carlos was sadly injured at the moment, but he will be coming back
Yes.
soon.
Yeah.
We need to start mid-pack, other way,
and that's
no
also
way
been going
to do
so
it.
great. So for us, it's a great partnership with great people that.
Well, at
in my
least
opinion,
we didn't
are
stay
already
on the
family.
last. Okay.
Now, speaking of the journey,
I don't think that's a bad effort, to be honest, mate, with only 2 of us.
1, 2,
as well.
3, 4, 5, 6 teams behind us, with 1 driver missing. So
what can we expect
That's
over
it.
the next sort of 6 or 7
And
months?
yeah,
To be
don't
honest,
really.
I didn't expect
I don't have
it to
really any
be so
experience
good.
in this game whatsoever.
It's just June, you know.
So
Yeah.
winning
Is
all
there
the series, winning the spring
second
cup,
chance
we
or
are-
not?
We are doing pretty good.
there isn't.
in SRO
Not this
and
week.
ACC.
Not this time. Because instead, what they're doing is, what they usually did was they'd have 3 heats, then they'd have a second chance race,
The good thing
and
is
then
that
everyone from those would go into one quarter final. Whereas what they've decided to do this time is they're doing 3 heats that are only single driver, because before it was all 3 drivers were in every race. So they've changed it quite a bit, but then they've got 2 quarterfinals instead.
Okay.
So
but
they've
well,
changed the
at
format
least,
a bit.
but just to state, our final position is not P19. Are you seeing the points? After P15 behind, it's mixed points. If you count who has less points than us, it's only virtual drivers and Jean Lézy. All the others has more points than us. So we are
Yeah,
P17.
that's what I mean. We would have been P17 without any penalty points.
No, with the penalty, we are P17. Without the penalties, we would P16. I'm counting here. That's it. So with the penalty, 29 points, we are P17. Legion of Racers is on P17 with 31 points.
That's what our goal is.
That's it.
Yeah, and also
Yeah, see what you mean.
Speaking of,
Oh well, we gave it his best shot anyway, but that was good fun. I enjoyed that.
Okay, well, that's it, man. I'm gonna have a lunch because I
Well, I know you two are
was.
both very busy. Rene, Jürgen, thank you so much for joining us.
Now it's
thanks for having me.
15 to 4 p.m. here.
Yeah, it's quarter to 8 here,
Yeah.
and I haven't had any food yet, and I was up at 6 a.m. for work.
Whoa. Worse than me.
So I've been up for a while, but yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been nice speaking to you anyway. But I'll speak to you again, I'm sure.
We have another next opportunities. We try to
2 weeks time
to do more preparation.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it, mate.
Right.
Thank you for help.
Yeah.
See you, bye.
See you later.
É isso aí, pessoal. Então, acabou pra gente. Conseguimos somar 29 pontos. No 26 pontos. Na verdade, somamos 26. Aqui funciona o contrário. Você vai, conforme você vai ficando posições. Quem fica na frente, quem ganha a corrida, soma 1 ponto. Quem chega em segundo, soma 2. Quem chega em terceiro, soma 3. Conforme você vai ficando mais para trás, vai somando mais pontos. E quem tem menos pontos, classifica. Quem tem mais pontos, fica para trás. A gente tinha que ficar somando todas as 24 equipes. A gente tinha que ficar em 15º para poder avançar. Ou 14º, se não me engano. E o 14º somou 20 pontos e o 15º somou 26. A gente somou 29 com uma penalização de 3 pontos que eu tomei. E talvez sem essa penalização, se a gente conseguir reverter, seria 26, que seria 15º, que não é suficiente para estar entre os 14 primeiras melhores equipes, para poder avançar para as quartas de finais. Então, acabamos sendo eliminados, mas das 24 equipes, a gente terminou em 17º, o que, para o nosso nível de pilotos, do meu companheiro de equipe, que nós não somos pilotos super profissionais, apesar de a gente fazer isso muito a sério, levar o automobilismo virtual muito a sério e se dedicar bastante para isso, preparar bastante, a gente não consegue ainda ter uma performance, ter uma condição, uma equipe, deu uma estrutura pra gente, que a gente consiga viver da profissão de piloto de automobilismo virtual, como a maioria desses pilotos que estão aqui são. Então, pra gente, nesse nível que a gente tá, de ser quase um profissional como eles, a gente tá no meio deles e ter conseguido chegar na frente de não 1 ou 2, mas de uns 10, 12 deles, no meio desses 60 pilotos que tem aqui no total, com certeza é motivo pra gente se orgulhar e buscar mais aperfeiçoamento aí, buscar mais empresas que possam patrocinar a gente para aperfeiçoar o nosso equipamento também, que existe também uma diferença de equipamento. Eu tenho um volante aqui que tem 7 anos de idade, que não é dos últimos tecnologia. O meu parceiro tem um melhor que eu, mas também ainda não é o que esses super profissionais usam. E a gente espera agora que a nossa equipe, tendo esses resultados, a nossa equipe está inserida como uma dessas principais equipes, consiga buscar esses patrocinadores para proporcionar para a gente esses equipamentos que são volantes, pedais, computadores, que nos aproximem aí do nível de rendimento desses super pilotos aqui que tem nessas categorias, né? Então é isso aí. Agradeço aí quem acompanhou, e amanhã estamos de novo aqui com a terceira etapa da Grazi da Liga VAR. Quem puder acompanhar lá, a gente está brigando pelo campeonato, estamos na segunda posição do campeonato, vamos tentar assumir a liderança. Valeu, obrigado por quem acompanhou aí, até a próxima, aquele abraço.